Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermornings! Hi, I'm Nick Tockert, your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you today, dear friends, this happy hump day, by our good friends over at IndieCD.org. Yes, the Independent Creator Directory, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest. Musicians, authors, artists, look, you all have dreams. You want to make it happen. You don't know where you can find the person to make said things happen. Well, go to IndieCD.org and you can find out. Now, normally I'd plug the heck out of my books. You know my books are amazing. Right now, I really want to focus on Haints and Hellfire. This is lighting up my charts. Those of you who are telling me you love it, thank you. Now get on Amazon and tell Amazon you love it. I still have about a week where reviews really, really matter. And we're going to get into that as part of my discussion today. But Haints and Hellfire, you know about the Simple Sword. You know about the rest. You can't beat that. Now, what you may not know is we are on the countdown to the 24th, folks. That's right, Saturday, February 24th. I will be there from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m., likely much longer. You should be there. We have an amazing lineup. We've got Luke Stone. We've got Brian K. Morris, Carl Witzman, and of course their lovely ladies, Alec, Joe Bachman. Those of you who love Joe and you want to meet and hug Joe, this is your chance to come out and hug Joe. That should be enough to attract you. If that doesn't, or perhaps that's not your interest, Trelena will be there for similar reasoning. So, Damian Waldron, we've got, and we want to talk about Don Toulas, who apparently may not be here for the show or much of the show today, but she will always be here in our hearts, is hosting a table where all sorts of wonderful people who won't be able to come out in person have swag. Swag means giveaway. It means free stuff. It means information. For you, great listeners, viewers, and other people out in the interwebs. Yes. It's funny. My world is very simple. At 10 o'clock, my time, I cannot take messages. I am incredibly busy hosting this incredible show. Does that mean that my phone and people have the good sense to not ping me every which way? No. No, 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 no. It means I'm more popular than ever at that time when I really can't properly respond. However, I am going to be awaiting news, so my phone will be slightly softly on. And I'll talk about that in a moment too. Give you guys the personal uh, background to us today. But we want you guys to focus on the future, not far in the future, in a couple weeks, guys. My first convention event of 2024, my first one hosting in Fowler, the Indie Creator Con, is coming. And for those of you who aren't holding booths, that's okay. You can come for free. All right? I am not charging you to come for that thing. And I got a reminder from my producer to change the spectacles, in part because they're better for my eyes, in part so I can actually read what I'm reading, and in part because, frankly, the black with the white, it's classic. It's golden. This, as my dear friend Alec would say, is peak fashion. Now, if I could just remember next time I go to Walmart to get some dang hair ties, my world will be a much, much, much better place. Now, it may seem to you that I'm coming on this show a little flustered, a little floundered. That's because it was garbage day. And of course, while I was taking it out right before the show started, the bags ripped. I mean, of course they did. So, huge thanks to Joe Bachman, who got the intro going while I fumbled around to make sure that I had a beverage and something called calories, because apparently if you don't eat in the morning, you get extra stupid. I know, it's shocking. So yes, during the commercials, I will be eating a cheese stick and possibly a granola bar. There was some oatmeal involved, but frankly, that was not enough for the wind sprints that I just pulled off. So I will be taking care of that after my monologue, because you guys want to know, you want my accountability. First and foremost, I keep telling you, a lot of you, how do you write a novel? Writing a novel, short story, putting your first art out, it requires an element of Bushido. I know, this seems like a far-flung one, but I'm also a guy who started the show with a gong because I can. Part of the elements of Bushido is accepting that you are going to die. That's a little grim on a hump day, but it's only grim if you make it grim. You accept, when you are a writer, that your first draft likely will suck. Embrace the suck. Ruck up the suck. Put it on your back. Realize that the suck is part of the journey. Okay? Because after the suck, it is worth it. So, what does that have to do with anything? Well, dear friends, I'll tell you what it has to do. You have to do your first draft. And I know so many people who write to me, and I'm getting some repeat messages from dear folks. I love you. I do. But don't come to me if you want platitudes. I am not the guy for platitudes. I will sympathize. I will empathize. But because I have to call myself on my own BS, I will call you on yours because I don't want to be a hypocrite. So, any more than I already am. If you want to write, the secret is just right. Okay? Just right. Less than 30 days ago, I know because I'm keeping track, I got Haints and Hellfire out. Okay? I am currently sitting at, what's that? 10,240 words. Almost all of them written on this. Almost all of it written when I get a chance to fire some words off. Or I'm a little insomniacking. Type it. Oh, I'm getting tired from work. Okay. You put a few words down a day and it adds up fast. So get it out there. Yeah, that's part of my accountabilities. Crack the 10,000 word line. Means I'm probably somewhere around a quarter of the way through this book. I expect this one to be a little longer than Haints and Hellfire 1, but I'm still not sure on my naming convention. I don't know if I'm going to go Haints and Hellfire number and then subtitle, or fancy title and then subtitle Haints and Hellfire number. So anybody who's doing stuff, let me know what you think, who's had experience with putting out series, because I have no choice on this one. In fact, there are other books I would like to revisit. But the Haints and Hellfire universe is saying no. No. We want to know. Okay? We want to know. And when your stories grab a hold of you and they say, no, you will tell the story, guess what? I am a servant of my muse. Okay? That's how I know it's time to get some stuff done. When my muse is like, no, you don't want to slack. You don't want to be playing Halo. You don't want to go do artsy stuff. You don't want to go goof around. You want to sit your butt down and write because this story is demanding it. I know I'm onto something. And I am still rolling in the shock and glory of Daphne Leisha's description of my book. Wow, it was mind-blowing. It still is. That's one that's going to sit. It's going to get filed away like the compliments you receive as a young boy to teenager that you hold on to your whole life because they're rare and they're precious and they mean something. Really, you want to get your stuff out there. Now, the other part I've been doing is I've been finishing up a pseudo course on KDP publishing from someone who makes a lot of money doing it, a man by the name of Sean Dowlett, I believe. Now, the thing about Mr. Dowlett is, if he's not full of poop, which I don't think he is, he does Kindle publishing in a, I don't want to say predatory manner, but I am very passionate on the subjects of AI, and I don't care to do things like hire ghostwriters because I don't put myself publishing anywhere in the big list of things that I do or that my company, White Boot Arms and Artistry, does. I do self-publish, through Amazon, and literally self-publish because I have done the get the prints, bind it my dang self, and hawk stuff that way. But I know if I wanted to do, especially nonfiction, there are ways to combine things like AI, AI scraping of the data, and then a bit of other resource gathering, your dang self, splice it together, put it out, pay somebody to put a spanky cover on it, and we do know some people who do spanky covers, and get it out. My problem is, and maybe it's egotistical. Is it egotistical to have this crazy idea that if I'm going to be a writer, I should write my own dang stuff? And I am naturally somewhat opposed to AI in certain creative fields because I don't think it's right. I think it's cheating because it was trained, the writing AI, the same way the art AI was trained, without consent. And it may shock you, but I do believe that consent is king. I believe, a lot of things that overlap. I believe the government should not interfere much with people's lives unless it's to help them. That's what a government should be there for. I believe that corporations should know their role and stay out of their employees' lives when they're not at work. I understand. You go, you sign on the job, you are a contractually bound employee. The contract is, I work this many hours, I get this much pay. And the theory is that your work is worth more than what they pay you. That's the nature of the system. And it's true. That's how our whole system holds together. But friends, when it comes to what we do, we know, going out there as a writer, as a creative, that our work is worth far more than what we will get paid. The trick is long term. Okay. And I do agree with this about Sean, because I can study from people that I disagree with on certain things, take what I like and throw it aside. There are methods we can use to make our books better. And I'm starting to do experimentation. I'm starting to tinker with things. And if you look at my sales before I started tinkering with things and my sales after, there is a difference. Why? How? First off, let me see. I want to look at the name of it. There is an extension. I am a Chrome user. I'm a devout Chrome user. But I want to give you guys, this is just for the KDP crowd, and this is a bit of knowledge. I'm being a little more educational this hump day to get this information out, because then I'm going to want to chat with you. And then at the top of the hour, because it is Friday, we'll switch over to the art box, which is all fired up and ready to go. And we will set up the art for next week, assuming everybody is mostly have. You guys got to give me room to do it. So that's our plan. But if it is called DS Amazon Quick View. What that will do, it is an extension, and it will bring up some extra data about objects when you are looking through Amazon. And even if you're not on Amazon as a publisher, maybe you're publishing through Lulu, this is still very good data. It gives amongst other things, that version, the free version, there is I believe it has a cost of like $60 that gives you a lot more data, but it gives you my 3 favorite letters, BSR. In this case, it's not Battle Supremacy Robot. It is book sales rankings. And it gives you a little bit more information of how well any given book on Amazon is doing relative to others in its field. So from there, you can glean if the keywords are of interest and how high up they are. You can glean the keywords that are most associated with it, because you can write a great book. Okay. Most of us do. I've read a lot of the writing of some great people here. I've seen what Kelly Austin is capable of. I have a small library of Brian K. Morris's works. I've got some of Donna and Carl's works. My to-be-read pile is endless, and that's how I like it. It ensures that I'll probably haunt this place for a while. I had so many others. I'm trying to keep on topic. But if your cover isn't banging and your keywords aren't right, digital sales won't happen. Now, I am saying this, and I see, like many people, I will give you exactly my numbers and progress. I went from a few cents to a couple bucks a month through my Amazon sales. Just a nice little trickle of income, tiny, but the difference is huge when you look at it. If you didn't have that, and then I took over this program, and from there, I was able to get a big jump because I got more viewership, and I thank you, because many of the people who were kind enough to comment and view this program are also the people who buy my books, and you promote my books just like I promote yours. It's a wonderful thing. But I had a jump in my sales, and it's fair, overall fairly steady, around 20 something a month. Not bad. Once in a while I'd have a big spike, but usually within the parameters, 20, 30 something a month, which again, that sounds like nothing. And when I get to go to shows, I usually make between my art and my books and all my shenanigans, the gross income of my sales are usually about 10 times what I make a month on Amazon. Now that gets real interesting because last month I went from $20 a month to $100 a month. And that was almost entirely on the basis of, well, two factors. First off, I write instructional Western martial arts books as a passion. The Simple Sword, The Fighting Axe, The Simple Spear. You guys know this. At the start of the year, when people are getting in shape, I usually have a burst in sales. I also released Hades and Hellfire. Now, I did some things very different with Hades and Hellfire. First off, I used a photo cover. I didn't use my line art because for a long time I was under the misconception that color in the cover affected the price. It does not. So I can go back and probably I may be updating the cover and art in a couple of my books, likely as new editions in the near future. So don't be surprised if things like a BSR story omnibus comes out with, say, Eyes to the Sky, Small Arms, and some things you guys haven't seen yet, with an entirely different cover. Don't be surprised if I dabble in a second version of the BSR core rulebook. Because remember, that was originally formatted so that I could print it off on my own computer and comb bind it. Hence the black and white schemes. It might be time for me to experiment with color on that. Also, apparently Amazon really likes it when you have a detectable table of contents. A lot of people have been skipping that lately. It's not as popular as it used to be. But Amazon really likes it in its algorithm, and so do apparently the buyers. So keep that in mind. There were some Fiverr sites that were recommended if you can't afford the high-end independent author cover that some of the amazing artists we know do. If you want low end, you want low end cost and a very specific art style cover, I do them myself, and they have gone very well at conventions. You can see my art at deviantart.com/NickT. You can find all my links at indiecd.org/about-Nicholas-Tockert. All my good stuff is up there. But look at the formatting of your books. Look at what's selling well, because many times the content is what keeps people, and you should always put out quality. I don't believe in shortcuts in that sort of thing. But apparently, the sad truth is a lot of people do judge a book by its cover. So think about that. I know this is geared towards a lot of the newer folks, but some of us oldsters who have titles that maybe aren't performing as well as they used to, it's not a bad idea to go back and possibly do a recover, rewrite the blurb on the back, play around with the keywords in Amazon, see what that can get you. I am seeing some changes, and I am interested in that. So you guys keep pursuing. As I do, I will go and I will tell you my progress. My big thing is finding out if last month was an aberration or a new trend. Because if that's a new trend, I'm moving to another tier where I can sock money away to make it easier to afford things like the conventions I'm holding when I can't find them locally, and possibly to travel to more. The ultimate goal in everything I do is to establish passive income streams that I can use to benefit my legacy for my son. That's the goal. That, financially. Literary-wise, philosophy-wise, it's to educate, elevate, and entertain. That's what I try to do for the purpose. And then personally, I have stories in my head, guys. I have a big old noggin. I know I have a face for radio, and I'm kind of channeling like Artie meets the First Doctor here. But so I've got some grumpy William Hartnell energy. I didn't expect to find that, but I'll take it. It may turn into the War Doctor energy. I accept that as well. But the trick is I have energy. Despite what I'm worried about, despite things going on in my life right now, despite things going on in the lives of people I care about. My brother's going in for heart surgery today. There's a lot going on that I don't talk about, health-wise and just personal life stuff. And the reason I don't constantly fixate on that, for as open as I seem, is one, it would be repetitive, and two, my job isn't to pull you down. It isn't to, I'm coming to you today for charity, to blah, 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 blah. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to build you up. I'm here to be a footstool. So when I sit in and I hit start stream, I hit okay, and that music starts, I'm on the clock. And believe it or not, I am working for you, my viewers, my Patreon patrons who are on the other channel. That's why I stay on topic over there. But right here, I'm working for you. And my purpose is to learn and to share what I know. My purpose is to encourage and educate myself from what you know so that I can disseminate that knowledge to people who need it. Find out what works, what doesn't. Find out what you're doing. If it's good, promote it. Yes, I said if it's good. I do actually vet to an extent. But, dear viewers, we're in a situation where we're trying to get our stuff out there. It's hump day. I just had to hump the garbages out, Big ask for me. But friends, if you're trying to get your stuff out there, if you want things to work well, why don't you join up on indiecd.org and get that support, okay? If you want to know more about it, here's Joe Bachman. Now, I'm an interesting fellow. Mess and chaos and raw, unbridled, uncensored, unfiltered energy coming at you 3 days a week. But I know the truth. I will not be fooled or dissuaded. I know, wow, comment dump. Okay. I know that at the end of the day, you guys aren't here for me. You're not. You are here for the magnificent folks. The blessed lunatics who rise up in the morning every day, turn on their computers, phones, or televisions, grab their coffee, and say, let's find out what's going on in the Nevermind the Furthermore chat. So, first through the door is our beloved Trelena. Good morning, all. Good morning, Trey. I hope you slept well. And we've got greetings from Dan Hollifield, going straight to straight to welcoming and Trey in the morning. It's good to hear from you, good sir. And we've got greetings, and our own Joe Bachman is saying hello, and Mike Jimmy Lorsher de Baron. Good morning, sir. I am so glad to see you in the chat. You are doing wonders. Congratulations on the progress you've made with life on Korra. It is incredible. And let's see. Wow. Mike Jimmy says, somehow I lost an inked page part for the next life on Korra. Seriously wondering how, or even if I actually inked it. Inking in 1722 now. Wow. It's been so long since I touched those pages. Coming back to anything is a challenge. Remember to stretch, my friend, because if you don't, you're going to have some problems. I'm trying to fight the hunt from being a longtime computer abuser. Let me see. Because, Pepcac, I am the problem. Anyway, we need to get a white-backed version of that so it actually covers the picture. Anyway, I'm glad you're doing it, Mike Jimmy. And hey, Donna. Now, I know, darling, I know that it's been a little weird right now. The weather's been a little fluxy. Nice, but fluxy. Things have been a little hard. But we got to keep it cool. We got to keep it calm. And if there's one thing you are good at, my dear Donna Carlene, it is keeping the mojo in the dojo. So while we keep things smooth and grooving here on WNTF, Nevermind the Furthermore, I want to remind all you good people to please hit the like button. Please, and gentle. And ain't no reason to abuse that thing. There's no harm. Just give it a little love tap. Be sure you're subscribed. And if you have room in your big, beautiful hearts, I'd like each and every one of you to hit that share button on whatever social media we're at. Not for my lonesome friends. No. I'd like you to do that for folks like Donna Carlene, like Trey Bachman, like Don Dulas, and so many others who are out there putting out amazing materials. And they need the eyes of the public upon them. And if in my humble way I can extend an olive branch, if I can hook, crook, and bring in the customers to my humble fold and give onto you the privilege, the power, and the glory of a little bit of income, friends, I will call that a major victory for myself, for the forces of good above, because we need to put what we got out there, and we need some love. And we've got more greetings, and I'm going to pop it. And Donna says, is it morning? Still kind of asleep. Himoni has taken it upon himself to be my alarm clock. Himoni? I am not sure about that term. Hobo is our alarm clock every morning around 4:30 a.m. We managed to find a snooze button about 6. I am my cat's alarm clock. They sleep till they hear my first alarm, and then all the cats that are free come running and start jumping on my bed. And Don Dules, hey, Don, here comes the dawn. Shooby-dooby. Morning, on my way to a doc appointment. Have a great NTF and great Wednesday. We will, Don, and thank you for stopping by. It is appreciated. And good luck on that appointment. Hey, Don, good luck at the docs. As a reminder, there will be no Burning His Love tonight due to having to be up early tomorrow for a conference on Thursday. Well, that is tragic. However, if you are looking for entertainment tonight, remember, at 8 o'clock, I am doing the Historical Fencing Guild, and I've got some things on my mind to discuss for that, so feel free. I'm sorry. No, today isn't Friday.
Okay. Just making sure.
I got so mellow, friends, I was ready for it to be Friday for a second there. I was ready to skate on to the end of the week that hard. That tells you the kind of week I have. I'd be embarrassed, as my flushing face clearly demonstrates, but I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Why? Because it tells you where my sights are firmly set on the weekend, firmly set on getting the next steps of things I want done. And I will not let anything get in my way, including time itself. Maybe I need some sleep too. But good luck, Dawn. Morning, Dawn, and good luck. Good morning. I'm eating breakfast for once. I made fried eggs and toast. That sounds delightful. I may do that for brunch. Fried eggs and toast is always a good breakfast. I agree. If you like a little spice, add some Louisiana hot sauce or Tabasco sauce to the pan as you fry the eggs. Now, see, I found out something that I was discussing with Joe at the moment this came up. That being, if you could find it, and it's kind of hard to find. Sometimes I think it's only at Save a Lot. But Frank's Red Hot makes a powdered spice. And like the stuff you squirt, that beep goes on everything. As I was talking to Joe, if you want a bit of a kick in your life, get yourself some kettle corn and apply some of that Frank's on there. Start off liberally because I don't know your heat tolerance. I am, of course, a sissy. So it does not take much for me to go, ah. And I accept that. But it will. Life is better if you add spice to your life. And please, in your heart of hearts, and I'm reaching out to everyone else who is melanin deprived like myself. If you are making chicken, okay, and I know some of you are on health diets where you have to be very specific, etc. Spicing outside of salt does not do much negative to anything, and it lets you actually live life. Now, I've heard tell of some of these more athletic-minded people actually boiling chicken breasts. Sorry, I need a moment because this saddens me. Dumping out the water because they have no use for it. Dumping out the beautiful broth they make. Because why would they add salt and maybe a little garlic and then make dumplings in it? That would be bad. It hurts my soul, you know. But then they actually are talking about blending the chicken so that they can just slug it back, get their protein, and get on with their day. Friends, that is no way to live. That's barely a way to survive, and I find it abhorrent. So please, it doesn't need to be elaborate. You don't need to explore far. Get yourself some garlic. Get yourself some onion powder. Get yourself some black pepper. I know it's a little pricey, but it's worth it. And get yourself some cayenne. Okay? These guys, a little salt. And your food will go from edible to entrancing. Tinker, and these are not hard to work with spices. I'm not asking you to do things with rosemary or thyme, parsley or sage. And that's the dyslexic path to Scarborough Fair? No, but spice, a little bit of spice in your food will add a little bit of spice in your life. And isn't that the point? See? It is, says Alec, who agrees. No. Oddly enough, Lindsay just brought me a breakfast plate too. Well, that's delightful. I'm glad you guys are having nice breakfasts. I did eat a bit, but I will need to eat more. Thank you for making me fatter. No, I'm kidding. Blood sugar is a beautiful thing. And good morning, everyone. Good morning, Alex Creation. I can't wait to see you at the convention. And then I believe RPG night. I'll have to look. It might be a very busy week indeed. But, ooh, nice, Dan. And we've got more greetings. And what? No Dawn on NTF and no Joe burning tonight? Wow. Well, maybe something can come up to amuse you guys. No promises. We shall see. And saying, hey, what's one do? And yes, Dan Hallfield, I'm so ready to get tomorrow over with. Tomorrow is the amazing Dan Hollifield's Dan Hollifield's last day, where he has to come back from his vacation to go do his last day of work. And then he'll be truly free. That's right. The seals are breaking. The wards have failed. Soon Dan Hollifield will be loosed upon the multiverse, with no fetters, chains, or parasites latched onto him like a corporate-run factory. Go forth and lay waste to the sanity around you, Dan. There shall be a rejoicing come Friday. Dan's last day of work, at least away from home. You can do it! Exactly. I might not even stay the entire day. I might just leave at lunchtime. Stay the whole day, Dan. That way they don't have a single shred of anything to hold against you to screw up your retirement and stuff. I know it's not it shouldn't be that way, but never give them a chance. My mom worked for 25 years at a company, and she was number 2 at the plant making concrete fasteners. And a week before or a month before she would retire, they escorted her off the property to try to screw up her retirement. They agreed to let her come back and work some kind of pitiful job for like calls, manning the calls for a month to get her full insurance after, some threats. Personally, I think lawsuits should have been involved, but I am less kind with other people than I am, I'm less tolerant with those that I care about being hurt than I am with my own injury. It's just how I am. Now, Carl says, you'll be carrying stuff out of your locker after sunset. Haha, probably not. I don't keep much in there anymore. Good job, Dan. And accountability, we've got accountability. I ordered print copies of Spy Novel for IndieCD.com the 24th. Order them the 5th. Got notice they're already being printed and shipped today. Lulu is fast. I don't think Amazon can match that kind of turnaround. I still haven't gotten my hard copies. I am nervous about that, but so I will have some at the con. Excellent. I even ordered a few extra for Holocon later. Excellent. And Dan Hallfield bought one for Lindsay yesterday. Excellent. That's what we want to hear. Oh, I hope she likes it. I'm sure she will. If she does, guys, review, especially within the first 30 days of the release. Okay. I don't know if Lulu acts like Amazon, but the first 30 days, which I have about a week of on Haints and Hellfire, crank. If you can review a book that you get, review it. Please, dear friends, review the books you buy from the people you like. Okay? I'm not saying lie about it. Positive reviews are always better, but I am saying review. Now, it's been a bit, so I'm going to run a chat, and then I'm going to catch back up because I am getting distracted too much, but 9:46, 9:47. Let's run one of, you know what? In light of Dan Hollifield almost being retired, let's run his ad.
Hello, I'm Dan Hollifield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphelion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dad. Sorry. I've reached the age where they start bombarding me with ads for compression socks. Okay. Back to the chat. Our own Mike Jimmy says, never thought I'd say it, but got to get used to inking again. It feels great, though. Excellent. And when you've stepped away, sometimes it is a lot to go through. Are you doing this one on tablet or paper, Mike Jimmy? Back to paper. I only do digital inks if I'm working for commissions or animation. I like that because I do prefer paper myself, which will be part of the office renovations. I'll be able to go back to doing some paper things, but it's really, really cool. This is page 29 of Life on Core number 7 I'm working on. I'd already finished it, but I lost part of it, so redo it is. Oh, no. It's 2 pretty basic panels. Shouldn't take more than 2 hours. That's amazing. That's good. I'm just glad I still have the rest of the page. The hard ones are after this. At least it looked like you had each panel planned out, so you don't have to depend on your memory for the whole thing. Oh, no, everything is sketched digitally and saved in 3 places. This is a man who's been through it. Back up your work. Online, offline, and hard copy, whenever possible. Morning, all. Good morning, Thesis. How are you, good sir? And we've got greetings for them. And hey, Thesis, I found 2 YouTube tutorials to show me something I needed to learn for affiliate covers that I can create in GIMP. Wonderful. You did a good job on the current cover, or was that the last artist's work? That was me, but I don't like the circular badge in the bottom right corner. It's an aesthetic choice, and Thesis is getting greeted. As long as you keep the layers separate, Dan, you should be good. Yes. Okay, guys. It's Miss Saren. Good morning, Miss Saren. I know I seem a little excited because she sent me another chunk of chapter 2 that I was listening to right before the stream. I am in 7th heaven shock of the glory of Miss Saren's narrative work. People who've read the book know about Jimmy and know about his Aunt Ellie. Ellie Beauregard. Ooh, I love that woman. Totally not inspired by somebody in this chat at all, who shall remain nameless. I mean, I'm not going to give any hint whatsoever of the person who inspired Ellie Beauregard at all. But to hear her talking with Jimmy and have it sound exactly, eerily, like it sounded in my head when I was walking through the 3D video that is my experience writing. As a writer, I like to hallucinate in 4D. So I could stop it, spin it around, Jarvis it, pull things out, put things in, jiggle with ideas a bit, check the jiggle physics if necessary, whatever. But to hear her switch characters, and not only did it genuinely sound like multiple people, they sounded right. It literally goes, that ripple. Miss Saren, you are incredibly talented at what you do. When you have a corporate name, title, reference that I can properly support, motivate, whatever, let me know. I'll write you up written testimonies, whatever you need to get you moving forward after this is done into a more known, profitable version of what you're doing, because you are amazingly talented. And I am like on my knees grateful for the gift you are giving me. In short, you've been a very good girl. Now, moving on. So, heard back about the truck and everything is still under warranty, so that's good news. Bad news is it won't be done till Friday. You poor thing. That sucks. But Friday, I'm looking at Friday hard too, apparently. And Trelane is saying, morning, Saren. Yes, Miss Saren, and I need that ad. Did they at least give you rental? No, we won't be doing much for the next few days. No, you won't be going out much. There's lots you can do. If you have that extra time, start writing down your philosophy of martial arts. if you're not going to write a full stylistic manual like the Simple Sword, which you can buy on Amazon, just look under my look up books by Nicholas Tockert. You'll have to dig a bit because the algorithm doesn't quite like to give my stuff to you, but you can find it anyway. Take this time and write down your philosophy of martial arts. It could be a book more geared in the style of Sun Tzu's Art of War. It could be geared in Musashi's Five Rings. It could be geared in, I always lose his name, but The Art of Peace, the founder of Aikido. And I look, because the little book is floating around somewhere on my desk. My point being, write that up. Because you have some time. So take the time and use it. Don't forget to like, share, folks. Yep. That's the thing. I like to create banners as images with transparent backgrounds, then paste them onto whatever astronomy photo I want each month. That would speed things up a lot. And with the stuff coming out of the Webb telescope, you have some options. Well, as Nick comes in, I'm going, and I'm just get here. I'll be going into lurk mode to finish this thing. Get your job done, Mike Jimmy. Yep, Dan, title and badges stay the same. Text changes, background changes, 15 minutes, and you're done. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. What was that? What was that? Did you say, I need to go. Gone. I got that at Goodwill for like $3. And if you don't think I'm using that as a Nerf target, it's going to be, you don't know me. There's a gong today. Yes, there's a gong today. Stay awesome, lovelies. I'll keep an eye out for the chat, of course. As always, you too. Did that gong get muted? The gong! Hey, Nick. Quietest gong. Well, I'm trying to be civil. I'm not using something that will strike really loud. I don't want to blow out your eardrums more than once. I didn't even have my headphones on, Witzman dude. I don't think the gong properly gonged. I don't know if my speakers could have taken a gong too. I think Nick's mic clips out the loudest part of his yell. Thanks goodness. I do. It does. I need a gong. I've got a singing bowl, but it's not the same. No, everyone needs a gong. That's why I just walked over and I put it in the cart at Goodwill. Maddie didn't even say why. She went, you have a gong. I have a gong. I love Goodwill. Accountability. Got all the current commissions completed, so now working on con stock and open for new commissions. That is great news. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you folks just what that lovely lady can do. And please, Trelena, my dear, please make sure you have at least one of those mushroom hats eternally for your own use, because that's got to be so adorable, like there could be tears. And Alex says, in my old room, there was a huge gong. Yes, I only have a little gong. And it didn't come with a hammer or a mallet. But it does have this lovely bullseye kind of thing going on. So it makes for a great, and it really does ring quite nicely when struck. I struck the wrong side. But with the Nerf gun. I'm not saying that my home is one big Nerf armory. I'm saying that, there are ways you heal your child, your inner child. And yes, Mike generally goes on Fritz on the loudest part of his intro now. Okay, well, then I need to be a little more gentle on my mic. Trelana says, Nick talks about the guys, but Trelana says, Carl says, Nick talks about the guys, but Trey, Donna, and Dawn and Cookie are the real draw to the convention. Oh my, yes. And isn't it great to be caught up? I'm so far behind. It's scary. Because I've been taking care of a whole bunch of other people's stuff, so I have to go take care of mine. It's just like high school. Love the shirt, glasses. Yeah, it took me a while. Joe waggled glasses at me. And accountability. Still trying to get a few more pieces done before the convention, so there will probably be more time-lapse videos released. Wow, I couldn't decide if I was going to thumbs up, rock on, or love it. So my hand just if I could have done it with both hands, I probably would have developed a new Naruto jutsu or something like that. I need to do an ad for Death Down Under, yes, and then it's on to D.B. Cooper. But it's kind of a break. Yes, peak fashion. And good morning, that's Kelly Carlisle, who is the mastermind behind Guys, this is a great book, as it's one I've had my hands on. I've read. I'm privileged to own an early copy of it. Kelly Carlisle isn't just putting out great books. She's doing anthologies, and she's supporting the community. This is a woman who has put money where her mouth is in all the right ways and is doing a lot for a lot of people. If Johnny Cage is in the chat or when he shows up, he will sing the praises. But I am about an hour behind, so I got a chug. So we're going to click through the greetings at Joe Bachman. We need full shows too, because our lives are just that dude. No, because other entertainment is just that dual. Independent entertainment, folks. I don't need the alphabet networks to tell me what's funny. I don't need a laugh track. I can figure out the funny bits. Morning, ladies and germs. Good morning, Grant Lankard. Morning, Grant. Morning, Kelly. I was late today, and I didn't even sleep in. I just wasn't paying attention. Jesus, Nick, you have movie star hair. I don't quite know what you mean by that, but I'll take that as a compliment. I have a lot of hair today, and hair today gone tomorrow. I do love that the white on the forelocks has progressed to a nice, smooth shade of gray. But yes, I have a lot of hair, and pretty soon I will be able to tie it back, and I'll have that whole Zen thing going, which will make me happy. Carl Witzman, I need full shows too. Give me something to do on Wednesday night. Let's see. Morning, we got greetings, and I'm betting we'll say hi by the time this. I might do an actual show over the weekend to make up Wednesday night. Just depends on the schedule. Hey, Grant, Donna, Foxy. Hello, all. Hey, Foxy lady. Morning, Grant. Bishop Kincaid goes live Friday, this February 12th in paperback and ebook. You can also pre-order the ebook now if you like. I'll put up the link as soon as I can shorten it up for everyone. Rock on, darling. Joe. Grant. Okay, I see how it goes. Hanson Hellfire 2. Electric Boogaloo. Oh, God. Do you know how tempting it is to do that? But I actually have another title in mind. Should I tell you guys the working title for Hanson Hellfire 2? Should I? Do I dare? I might keep that a secret for a while. We'll see. If people are interested, you'll have to hound me. I had coffee this morning. I'm wound up. Excellent. I prefer to put a separate title, then refer to the series, i.e., Conventions Are a Blast, a Beth and Hill story. I dig it. Thank you. Bishop Kincaid, the hardcover edition, goes live this March 25th on Amazon, unfortunately. You have to do what you have to do. And it's good to not have all your eggs in one basket. Hi, Dan. Hiya, Grant. Might work on some pieces as the show goes on. That's what we're here for. And we are past the hour. Let me see how far behind I am comment-wise. Wow. Okay. I'm going to have to go in turbo mode for a little bit. Oh, God, you guys are actually talking properly. Okay, let's see this. So, final tally, I got home from working the Madonna concert at 4 a.m. That sucks and is also kind of awesome that you get to be around those concerts. And hey, Grant. And the only ridiculous thing I have to report is that she made us sit in a room off to the side until she'd left the building so that we wouldn't stare at her. Is it diva-ish? Yes. Can I see how she might feel that way? Also, yes. And hi, Carl. And geez, like you have time to stare at Madonna or would want to. Well, she's not exactly like a virgin. Anyway, due to formatting issues, I had to publish with Amazon this time. However, all future projects will be featured on Draft to Digital or Lulu, which I recommend instead of the Zon. Like I said, I have to look into that. I don't want to risk nuking what has been at my home for a while now, but I will take that. Did Nick say spanky covers? Yes, I said spanky covers. The craziest thing is that we're getting paid by the hour, so every minute we were sitting in the room, she was losing money. Exactly. She paid you. It's just like any other job where you have to sit around. And Carl's, I got your thumbs up about the anthology. Thank you very much, my friend. And that's what I love. If you'd like some spanky color covers, reach out to Mike Jimmy. See? And good idea, Kelly. I love Lulu and B Camp and Michaela Swear by Draft to Digital. Since Joe isn't doing burning tonight, I have a day off and no vehicle to go anywhere, and the weather sucks. Boom! Surprise stream. YouTube.com/live. All that gobbledygook. Question mark feature share. Yes, excellent. Save that Tea House link. So you decided to thesis? We have to behave. Should be easier without Dawn here. Yes, she is an evil influence on us all, and I thank her every day for it. Mike, how's your day going? I have another appointment today about my intestine. I'll keep you informed, buddy. It's time to get that back cover made. Oh, created the StreamYard on StreamYard, which I love. 5 minutes ago. Hey, Foxy. Kelly, I'm just glad to help out. Thanks for even more exposure to the work. And we got greetings, and a surprise tea house. You betcha, Carl. When I get caught up, I'd like to discuss doing a story in your Universe of the Mad Gasser cheerleader. Whoa. Absolutely. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about, but we're going to have fun. Those are some of the best episodes. That works. And at Kelly Carlisle, doing good, getting back to my own projects finally. Yes, and looking a bit while inking. Hopefully your appointments go well. And hey, everyone, yes. Yes. Thanks, Mike. I stay positive about these things. Give your little one a hug for me. And a little earlier than my usual stream, I want to give folks something to listen to in Joe's usual slot. So we're going live at 6 Central instead of 7:30, instead of 5:30. Instead of 6:30. I'm just going to throw numbers at it till it sticks. Womp, womp, womp. Oh, friends. One of my writers is Jaime Ramos. He's sick and finishing up his first draft of his story to me. He's also very sick and unable to get his transplant. Oh, I am very sorry to hear that. No, that's sad. I am delaying the publication of the anthology by a month to allow him to get his work in and edited. He's more important. I think everyone who asked about when the book is coming out. You guys want to see? You guys want to see exactly why I prefer the independent author community over a great many others. This lady right here. You see what just happened? Allowing dignity to someone who is having a incredibly difficult time. It is an amazing and kind of humbling thing to see compassion like that. I greatly respect. You guys want to see things that earn my respect instantly? That kind of thing is one of them. I don't know why that was trying to do stuff, but Kelly Carlisle, is your Kickstarter pre-launch page up already? I keep forgetting. It's not about me, but all those writers and authors out there working hard to create something special. That's beautiful, Kelly. It is mine. Woo! Finished a piece for today. Now my back hurts because I've been... See, I told you. Every couple minutes you have to get up and stretch, guys. Let's see. Paperback and ebook this February 2nd. That. Put your Kickstarter link in. Oh, scratch that. I made an error. Misunderstood the question because I was more interested in my coffee spill. Happens to the best of us. Joe, I read the story. It'll need very minimal editing. I'll let you know when I can work it into Apfilion's schedule. I love hearing that, too. No worries, Kelly. And you know what? I want to run... I'm going to run Mike Jimmy's ad. It's an older one, but let me see. This should be it.
Are you absolutely sure about this, Toyvin?
That's that little clip that I know that's a secret, but I keep accidentally showing it. I can't really express how much I love the concept and world building of Life on Korra. I mean, I mean that wholeheartedly. I can't express it enough because it is just fundamentally that cool. I am so honored to have a attachment to that. And let's see. No worries, Kelly. But I will put up the link as it starts, though. It will be a bit, however. That's fine. Nothing happens fast. That's why we want to pre-launch page, Kelly, so we can follow it and know when you go live. Absolutely. We want to make a big deal of it. Dan Hallfield, awesome. Glad it will need minimal editing. That is always the hardest part for me. I just realized I need to change the credits at the end of that. Yep. I'll let everyone know, just a bit delayed, as the world knows. Thanks, Mike Jimmy, for it's funny, I can't say Mike without Jimmy at the end, for reminding me. And Himoni. Okay, so that wasn't a typo. Thank you. And thank you for putting it as phonetically as my brain will process. Good morning, everyone, from Chris Walker. Good morning, Chris. I hope you're having a great one. Hiya, Chris. Chris, howdy, Chris. Bladed Chris. Hi, Chris. My everyone's greetings. Glad to see Chris. So, guys, do you know anyone who creates websites for a decent price? My time is so limited, I need assistance. Joe isn't here in the... Joe, what do you think? I know you create websites. Joe? I don't know. He's turned his back on me. A part of me wonders if he's going to turn around later, stroking a cat and looking menacing. If it turns out I'm working for Spectre, I hope I get an actual paycheck. Anyway, thank you, Joe's chair. Well, mornings. Frank's Red Sauce has the funniest commercials. The glory of seasonings. Yes, please. I'm also working on another piece of music, branching out a little bit, playing with an online drum kit. Groovy. Hi, Joe. We were just talking to your chair a minute ago.
Yeah, I saw that on the big screen. I had to run upstairs to use the facilities.
But Kelly says, hey, do you know anyone who creates websites for a decent price? My time is so limited, I need assistance. Do you know anyone, Joe?
I could probably help with that.
I figured. Once again, I'm doing business on the show. I love it. I got the Joe blush going. Friends, usually it's the other way around. I got Joe to blush. I'm winning. I'll let you go hide now, Joe. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Oh, my evil is magnificent today. Evil, not ego. My ego is always magnificent. No, we got greetings, and we'll get right back to where we are. And there must be an eating disorder name attached to that way yes, that kind of way to consume chicken. Yes, it's unholy. They need help. Okay, I have no problem with people getting strong and lifting heavy objects. No problem with that. But when you are drinking liquid chicken, and that's not a joke for eggs, I want nothing. Yeah, see, spices add flavoring, but be wary of melange. That stuff is way too powerful. I season everything I cook. Embrace the chaos. Throw in any and all spices while cackling maniacally like a mad scientist. Oh, no. That's what happens when I make marinades. And see, most people don't know this. I love to grill pork chops. Okay. I love to grill pork chops because I believe a pork chop or chicken, but definitely a pork chop, is meant. You put it in the freezer for a few minutes, you slice it, you put it in a big gallon bag, and then you go mad like some kind of goblin shaman. You hunch over the bag. Like, this needs soy sauce and what's this spice? Sweet baby rays. It makes everything better. It needs a little water to penetrate. It needs some more of this. What is this? I don't know. Put it in the pot, and then you let it sit for 24 hours. Then you fire up the grill, get it good and hot, and you bring it out, go, and your soul just goes, There are things that I believe are spiritual. Grilling, turbo lag, sunsets. There are these are things of great beauty that, much like Elvira or Rita Hayworth, Kat Dennings, make the world a better place. They make life worth living, and they should be savored and appreciated. The chaos of a good marinade, almost as insane as what you put in a good smoker in the bucket under the turkey. Yeah. Y'all are making me hungry. Gotta add that black pepper. It gives it kick. Try eating chicken that's been boiled in a crock pot for why? No. If it's going in a crock pot, you add all the things to it so that it soaks and marinates and becomes glorious. And then you take the stuff and you put it in a big old pot, and you add water, and you boil it, and you put drop dumplings in it, and it is a religious experience. You do not make bland, wet, 5-6 hour. Dude, that is how did I hear that described? That is so white that you are investigating the creepy noise in the woods. Yeah. Nope. I mean, I may be white as Wonder Bread. I can't help that. That's the gift. But I have learned the ways of spicing and survival. If you heard something in the woods, no, you didn't. Love pepper. Hello, chat. How's everyone? Hello, Bonzer Buckle. It's been a while since you've graced our presence. How are you doing? I bet you've got something coming down the pipe. You always do. Doing well, and you've got some exciting announcements to make soon. Yes. And the Casket Girls is now pre-launch on Kickstarter. If we reach 100 followers, we included alternative design, association of Ishtar.com/KS. I want to tell you something about Kickstarters. Even if you're broke, okay, even if you have no money, so you can't afford it, don't hesitate to follow a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo or a whatever you call a Fund My Universe stuff, Fund My Comic, Fundiverse stuff, whatever. Morning Retro Future and Morning Trelena and Morning Radio Retro Future. Hey, Bonzer. Hello. And we got greetings. Angie just gave me my Valentine's Day gift. Oh my. Well, nothing wrong with watching Nevermind the Furthermore from the floor. Anyhow, she got my favorite board game from a kid. Excellent. Now, the way you phrase that, I have this image of Angie sneaking up and just like blackjacking some small child, yoink, and running away. And while I know she's a delightful person who would never do such a thing, I find the image hilarious. That's sweet. Aw. Thoughtful gifts from people you care about are wonderful things. And yes, to people who need to hear it like myself, Valentine's Day is a week away. Yay, I'm glad you like it. Morning, Miss Erin. How I managed to miss seeing you, I'm not sure. I miss seeing her every time she's not here. Morning, Chris. And it's snowing and raining. It's yucky. And it's sideways. Oh, God. I could go without that. Tries to rub kitty hair from petting kitty off nose and face. I love my cat. I love my cat. Don't let it douse your inner sunshine. I can speak the English language. Okay. I don't. But don't let it douse your inner sunshine, Foxy. I spend so much time biting my tongue. It's not even fun. Anyway, I don't mind bad weather, actually. I like to watch it. So do I. LOL, cats are lovable, but they can be a bit tedious at times. Watching weather can be relaxing or therapeutic at times, yes. Right now, for cat news, Stuart is once again in the isolation cage because he is having really bad projectile stomach issues. We are trying to find a proper vet. It is proving challenging. Though I did have to change my therapy appointment to phone appointment because no car, and that's too far to walk in this kind of weather. Makes sense. So I suppose that's mini accountability. You're taking care of business. That counts. Our apartment is covered in gray and white fluff from our pupper. I don't think I own a single piece of clothing that doesn't have dog hair on it. We're not going to talk about how much cat hair is on me. We're just going to keep trucking. The brimmed mushroom hat and bag were part of my costume for last Halloween. I can imagine the rest of the costume, and I'm going to try to just keep scrolling because I'm good. It's Nerf or nothing. Whoo! I love that, but I'm going to tell you, Dart Zone has some amazing blasters. And if I were so inclined, I could do a probably a whole channel on Nerf stuff. I'm an avid Nerfer. I've been a Nerf fan since it first came out. I miss my early collection, but friends, colleagues, Romans, countrymen, I am littered with Nerf guns in the hallway, and there are going to be more. If you like Nerf, please check out your local Goodwill. Actually, please don't well, as long as you're not local to me. Accountability. Going to try finishing up, sending out Beowulf number 6 tonight. And got to get going. Have a lovely day, everyone. You too. Thank you again, Miss Saren. I'm sure you're long gone by you hear this, but see you later. Okay. It's wet and cold outside, and I want cinnamon rolls. That's enough of that. You said cinnamon rolls, and you don't understand. Let me see if I can find it. Where's her book? I'm reorganizing stuff. Anyway, I'm going to have to make a thing for it. That mood right there, that spirit. If you haven't read Amanda Tockert, yes, my lovely wife's book, Koepp, Dear Lord and Heaven. It's an amazing book. There's drama. There's slow burn potential romance. All sorts of Louisiana things. But the food. You're going to read that book, and the food is going. Oh God, it's almost illicit. It's almost pornographic. Okay, her descriptions of food. They sound good in this coldness. I promise no food talk tonight. I made it before it end. Hi, Dawn. Oh, we're not ending. It's Wednesday. We've a long ways to go yet. LOL. Hi, Dawn. Hey, Foxy. Hey, Dawn. Coffee spill. That's tragic. That is caffeine abuse. It happens. Tragic or magic? That depends if you read the spill. I do believe in caffeinomancy. Ask me about it sometime when we're not streaming. You guys only have a couple more days before League of Cryptids is on Kickstarter. Oh, what? League of Cryptids? You mean this?
Sasquatch, the Loch Ness Monster, Mothman, the Jersey Devil, Chupacabra. For millennia, these creatures have perplexed the human race. But what if they are forces of good? What if they have been sent here by a federation of more advanced alien species to help and defend the human race? That's the premise of League of Cryptids, a new comic book by Grant Lankard, creator of the smash hits Beowulf and Memoirs of the Morbid. His new comic, League of Cryptids, is a 4-part story involving these 5 creatures banding together to defend Earth from an invading alien race, just as one of their members is losing faith in the human race and questioning their mission. The epic tale begins in League of Cryptids 1.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We're not ready for that part yet. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we are. We're going to, I'm going to switch over to this. I'm still chatting, but I need to get things set up and rolling for the Art Time with Nick portion of the show real soon, because I still have 3 YouTube things to do. So we're still trucking down the chat. Let's see. Watching the weather. Okay, let's see. There we are. Accountability. Going to try and finish sending out Beowulf number 6 tonight. Rock on. Oh, we already went past that. Okay, cinnamon rolls, food talk. Greetings, tragic or magic. And there we go. Dawn is back. She's back again. Dawn is back. Phone a friend. Dawn, I'm doing a surprise stream tonight in Joe's usual spot if you want to join in. And we're mourning spilled coffee. Now we'll never get to the art part. Ha! It's not a secret anymore. The entire pilot work in progress is over at Indie Comics Network as well as my own channel. Oh, you mean if you go to Mike, Jimmy, Lorsha, DeBronze, you can find out exactly what we're talking about? Yay! Awesome. Nick said we would do some art if we behaved, and since you weren't here, ha ha ha, now we go behold the return of dawn. Oh, okay. That's an interesting way of going about it. Let me come here. Time lapse. No, not import. Record time lapse. Yes. Let's start with this, and let's get an airbrush with some attitude. That's a good size. And haha, Chris, I've returned. Welcome back. Deciding if I want to stop for Yummy Breaky. You do what you got to do. If you work for Spectre, you have access to the spectacular layer of the leader. This is true. Of course, you want to. Do it, Diet Cola. Do it right now. Bonus points if you get that reference. I do, but I'm not going to blow it. I'll stop somewhere with the Munzie. Just saying. Valentine's Day is a week away. Yes, I will have to do some custom artwork for that. We're going to get some blurred picture on here. And let's see. Love you. Well, if you insist. Thanks. Somebody has to. Let's see. Everyone is loving Chris right now. Gotta go. You have a good one, Radio Retro Future. I'll run your ad later. Love you, Donna. Your title is so fitting. And, aw, Chris, we know we love you. Now I'm full of tater chips and Girl Scout cookies. Kind of hate you, kitty. Lunchtime. But the cats say it's lunch. You guys feed your cats. By Don and Carl. I think Chris was looking for less platonic love and more romantic, or maybe some lust, but hopefully this is better than nothing. I couldn't resist. Unfortunately, I couldn't add the photo of Zach Galifianakis to the comment. I'm good, Grant. At least February is my least favorite month. My parents less than a year each other success of February, so February is a rough month for me. I'm sorry. And Joe's got to hop. Need to do some stuff before Fisher's tomorrow, and hugs are offered. All righty. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to finish this up real quick. Oh, I know what's wrong. I'm trying to draw. I'm like, I don't feel right. Why don't I feel right? There it is. There it is. We've got this going. And we're going to come over here. And we're going to grab maybe some of this orange. This orange looks like it'll be fun. Well, that's way too big, though. There we go. Now, see, this has more sunset energy already. It was going to be a dawn, but it's decided it's going to be a sunset. So, well, I appreciate dawn, both in person and in meteorological effect as the world rotates. Get to this kind of classic, that's fine. Again, nothing too hinky. That feels familiar, folks. And I don't want my art to feel too familiar. Let me see what the comments are going. Thanks, Foxy. You know you have a wider... I did not know that I had more music under there. So I'm going to have to look, because I just went where I live. Whoa! Nikes! It just updated for me. And I know none of these tunes, so we're going to start with 01 Indistinguishable from Magic. It's by Dan Hollifield. I don't know which one of these apply to the novel.
So the first set of music that's on here is all from the Displaced Detective Suite.
Okay.
Which was written for Stephanie Osborne's The Displaced Detective.
Thank you. Both for getting this set up where I can do this. and fixing my brand while I wasn't looking. Nicely done, sir. So we are having our time with Nick, and we're just gonna start rocking these oranges until they feel right. There we go. That's a good color. And what we're doing is we're just lightening the bottoms. Oh, we do not need any of that, thank you. I don't need my materials out. That comes for a whole different project. Yeah. I really should have done more to fill in the background, but that means it's going to have this nice mango-y color. And we'll just do a bit of this red towards the top. No. It's being persnickety today. That's okay. There's some layers going on of really different clouds. Slightly ominous, that's okay. Ominous never hurt anyone. Now we'll cut the back in here, and we're going to cut in some really bright yellows. Just like so. And that should meld on up. That's not bad. I have bungled the edge a little bit, but I'm going to fix that with the framing pieces, so I'm not too worried. I'm going to shrink this way down and kind of razor edge in. This is what, if you had a paint knife, you'd be using the edge to get this if you were using proper paint. Right now, I'm just kind of playing, which you should. Art should be play. And just layer in the awakening of that. That looks tolerable. I won't say it looks good, but I will say it looks tolerable. Light refracting through. That's a little bit of shape. And let me pop through this. I can't tell if it's going to autoplay or not. We'll deal with that later. Oh, the music is louder than my voice now. Oh, you know what? Let me fix that. Sorry. One, my voice is trying to cut out again because I'm still fighting this bug, and two, I'm having to face away from the speaker. So what I am going to do when I redo this whole rig is move the mic so that it's more central in the corner that I work in. But tell me if this is better. We're going to add another layer, normal. We're going to grab into our paints. Again, my favorite tool, which is the thick oil brush. Set for 20. Nice. I think we'll do the black and play with the off black later. We're just going to cut right in. Like so. And to save us some time and energy, we're going to grab our fill tool. We're going to open it up to make sure it's referring to only editing layer for now. And zap. Fill tool has saved us some pen strokes. And okay, nobody's talking, so it looks like we're doing okay. And we're just going to do a bit of this action, and we're going to get this nice element of a tree up here. Very, very simply, very smoothly, kind of pull that in. I'm doing this so that I can get a little practice. I think I'm actually going to thin my line out. Can you hear me okay now? There we go. We do that. Like this is that. That's nice. I don't like that line. Plus, it is the undo button. Do that. I like these old, brightly looking trees. Now I want my 20 back because that's a lot more work than I need to do with. Now we'll come back to that 10, and I'm just going to go. I want a nice bit of shrubbery over here. So we're just going to have some, because it's just stepping out, it's just expressing itself. And we like it. We like it when shrubbery expresses itself in words more than just knee. And let's see, we come over here first, just a second. And loud and clear, the decision was made. Getting yummy breakfast. Excellent, much better. Delicious, Don. Yummy breakfast sounds like a great idea for everyone. I love yummy breakfast. And we're going to come over here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do another tree. Want to frame this in. I like this time of year because it feels like unfall. There's just enough, the determined leaves are holding on. Make this a big wide tree. A return of the wide tree with a vengeance, you know? Just that bunch a little bit smaller, a little fraction through. But this looks like a good way to kind of welcome a Monday, don't you? Don't you think? Let me check something real quick. Okay, next now. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Let the tree kind of blur its way into existence. I like that. Now we need something. And let's see, much better, much better. Not the green room, not the green room, not the green room. Nope, that is Friday. That's still too long. There we go. And just like that, I'm kind of in the mood to watch probably The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. But it's not going there. Went somewhere else in her. Yeah. Yeah, friends. I like that. I like that mojo a lot. Whew. That's a good Monday picture. That's nice. I like that. For signing it is going to be a pain, except it's not. I'm going to be punning. That's not bad at all. What do you guys think of that one? You like that? File. Save as. The Wanderer Fears. There's a story to that. And we will now export single layer. Oh, no. PNG. And do that. I like that one. And we will export the time lapse. Because that will make a good story for later. Aurora in her elder years looking for old Dan? Possible. Now, that's good. That's good. I don't need that notice there. And now I have to add Nevermind the Furthermore for the logo. Give me just a second because I was doing something that required my tablet to be, my keyboard to be in a weird place. Let's see. Never. Where is it? I know. It's off size. Oh, that? There. And we will put file export simulator PNG and TF 7. Okay, I don't have a date for it. Okay, 12. Yeah, we get 12. So 2, 12, 24. That's mathematical. That's interesting. Okay. So we've got Monday's picture. Now, next Wednesday is going to be interesting. So I have to work on this one. And, hey, cleaning your glasses makes a difference. Yes, it does. That's probably a good idea. And because I'm between pictures, let me throw an ad for somebody, so we're going to pause the music. Not that I don't enjoy it. Thank you for the use of it, Dan. But I need to go for a moment over here. And I need to run. Oh,
Which is worse, parental interference in your job or a person with a weapon when they shouldn't have one? Working security can be boring, but some conventions are a blast. Find this and all of Donna Carlene's books at lulu.com or look for her on ndcd.org.
Alrighty, so I have to work on this one, and I need to check something before I do. And my phone's trying to reorganize pictures for me, which is making it very difficult to find things. So, well, then we'll go here and we'll go looking for something that needs to be checked. And I realize I don't have a lot up front. So let's just crack on, shall we? I've overthought it enough. I have to do something moochy smoochies for this. Now I have to think about how I want to do it. That is not the pen I want to use. That is the shading pen. So let's go back to 0. See, is that how I went? Yeah, that's good. And I realized something. So what we'll do is undo that, undo that, undo that. File, time-lapse, record. Yes. And we've got some comments. So let me peruse on over there. Yes, it was. The Train on the Wild West was named The Wanderer. Don't forget my time lapse. Thank you. You're welcome, people. Glad people like it. You were Dan. You were a wonder on this earth. Now we need a circle, an indicator. I'm gonna do another circle. Need to get those proportions right. Do I want to do something cuddly, or do I want to do something sweet? I don't know. I'm working on it. I have to do something I haven't done in a long time, which is couples posing. But we will work on this, and we will make this work. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see. A little higher. And yes, we a little more honest. Be real honest, like yep. That's not bad. Quite figured out what I want to do with the hands, but it's got to be cute. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Yep, it's just kind of good. Oh, like how you made them not tiny people? Well, one, I am actually, and I have been for a long time on a mission to have more realism in the art and things that we see. And I'm sorry, I'm stuttering because I'm thinking really, really hard. But I want to do. I have certain game projects that I want to have people who chunky people need love too. Yeah, who look like people, And I know even if it's a fantasy book, it's I may have to pull them actually just apart a bit for the hands to work, but that's okay. Sorry, I know I'm being quieter than usual, and I need to turn that music back on because if I don't have my music going, or in this case, I have Dan's music. Wait, oh, wrong surface. I get very quiet while I am. You know what? I'm just going to try something. Because see if that fits as well as I hope it fits. And if not, we'll do something else. But it's fitting, and yes. See, usually my wife doesn't get to watch the show. And the reason that's okay is I usually draw something at least a little cute for her. Or any given holiday, really, like Valentine's Day. And so, once again, I am going to draw something cute for her. I am going to have to. Let's see. This. Oh. Deselected. I tried again. I need a little bit of space. Hands. There we go. Now we go back to the pens. Pen, please. Oh, it grabbed the white. Now I can work on what I want this picture to look like. Valentine's Day is kind of a cool thing for me. I say that because I spent years at head school. Well, maybe not. 6 twig because of the raw amount of spoofy hair. There we go. So I want to do something nice for Valentine's Day that's a little on the romantic side. And it has to be our kind of romance, which is why that real quick. The exchange here is magic cards. Because if I know my wife, and I do, she would actually rather have magic cards than some funky Valentine's Day card. It's just who she is. So we're going to add this. We're going to come here. We're going to get the black. And we're going to just line this. We are at 7, I think. 7 is a good place. So then, it's a little. It's a little flatter than it needs to be. But I want it to have a very specific look. So, I'm going to put this. As you can see, I treat my my blues as a suggestion more than a hard, this is how it's going to be. I'm going to draw this. Sounds like either Xander's up or the cats are having a party.
I just stepped on something.
Okay, you need to clean it up.
No, this is what I stepped on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just put that in the garbage. Little man's away. Commit to the strokes. Gosh darn it. But yeah, we want to keep drawing, keep things kind of mellow, keep things cool. At least for this one. And I really like this. Music that Dan has made. Seems like very fitting. So I'm just going to sit and we got to run. Chill shoulders, because chill shoulders are something she digs. That's why I draw them a lot. Chill shoulders allow. If I said flirtation from a slightly more physically modest category, does that make sense? No, there we go. You guys are getting a preview of part of the Valentine's Day gift I'm going to give Amanda. Because I thought to do gift art. And you really should, when you have a talent, to do something yourself, you should use it. You should use it for not just for profit, but it should be a way to express how you feel, even if it's just a little bit. And yeah, I think we need more acceptance of how people actually look in art. I've been working towards that. That's it does affect men as much as it affects women. So I try to be supportive. And if I'm going to draw women's clothing, I'm definitely going to make sure the pockets are prominent, because that is one of the horrible crimes we have. And it literally started because women, I believe suffrage women, were handing out pamphlets. And so they would say that these women have pockets full of sedition. And it all, it might shock you to know, but I tend to root for the folks who are trying to get everybody on equal footing, as long as they're being fair and just about it. And so we're setting up something. We're going to have to work on those hands. They're going to be a problem. But I don't have an art reference ready, so I may have to redo that part of it. And that's okay. And I have to be careful with this because, as my dad told me a long time ago, you don't draw yourself quite so flattering there. Being a little too generous with how you appear. And he wasn't wrong in that. Well, he wasn't inaccurate. It's one of those things that's kind of stood with me. So I try not to, even in fiction, overglorify myself. Gotta keep humble. And it's easy. Keeping humble is really easy when, for me, nah, that sounds worse than it is. But it wasn't wrong. Well, he wasn't inaccurate. Because the glasses I'm wearing now are the ones I wear when I need to see up close and I don't need to see far away. And Valentine's Day is something I need to see up close, not far away. And I try to comb my hair, but I'll give you guys a secret. If I have my hair combed, your man is going to come. He's going to do everything in his power for the best way to rumple that hair. He doesn't like when my hair is orderly. And I turn to the camera and I gesture like you guys do. But sorry if this one isn't quite as publicly minded. And I know Valentine's Day is hard for a whole lot of people. But I also think that when you find joy, you should be able to express it. And if there's one thing I know about my lovely wife and I, is we have earned, I think, the right to our joy. Every time. And there's nothing like that. There are a lot of things depicting love out there. But I think too often it's the quick initial love as the short-term adventure, not love is what it is. those lines are way off. This love, if it's real, if it's a lasting kind of lasting love doesn't not see the flaws. Lasting love sees every one of the flaws clearly. And if you can't accept the flaws, it won't last. And I want to be one of those old couples, you know? You see down at the mall, or at the beach, where they're just walking hand in hand. And I think that matters. I know this looks odd, but what I'm drawing are parts of how we play Magic with the different counters and aids that, let us play Magic. Let me play Magic. There we go. That doesn't matter. I haven't quite figured out what font I want on there. I think it makes a point. And Dan says something really, really elegant here. Dan says, oh, no. What happened? Oh, we just had a comment down before us. Here we go. If I don't make Life Encore soundtrack as beautiful as I made this piece, I will be very cross with myself. Dan, I think you're going to transcend your work. I really do. Because you're the kind of person who the only option is to transcend your earlier works. You could not stop improving and weaving stories and music, and the music that without words still tells the story. You couldn't stop doing that if the universe begged you to. It just wouldn't be you. It's not in your makeup to not to not create wonders, Dan. So please have a bit of faith. Oh, I'm sorry. Can't hear me too well again. My voice is cutting out, and I'm drawing, so I'm trying to keep close to the. Oh, my microphone is doing all sorts of screwy things. Is that better? Sorry. When I draw, I get very into it because I'm creating a little world. Sometimes that world just takes over. Like when I'm writing, I can't help losing myself in my creation, losing myself in where I am. Still under the music, okay. Dan had better compression on the music. So, is that better? I don't know if you guys can even hear the music. My speakers aren't very good. And we're going to close this all the way down. At least it's good music today. Well, Dan Hallfield's a master of his craft. Can't complain about it. It would be ridiculous. But okay, now let's see. Back to what our real world, what we do. We've got a decent line work in blend mode multiply. And I know I keep telling you guys, it's like he uses the same step. Millipen 20, 30% gray. And let's start with her. That seems a little big. Maybe I need to go Millipen 10 for this image. I want a little more fine control. Let's split the difference. Go 15. That's not bad. Now it looks a bit severe, and I understand that, but I can also always tone the opacity down. So I can do it in such a way that it makes it easier to see without working everything up. Which is, a good thing. I don't want to dork everything out. Just follow it. Yes. Oh, I am not sleepy. I got sleep last night. You know what? I think I'm tired because I got sleep. And let me do a bit of quick eraser to clean this up. The eraser is probably going to shape a lot of this. And I do want to kind of line those lines quite a bit. That's swoosh there. That's not bad. Okay, now we've done that. We're going to add another multiply layer. And this is going to be our flats. So we're going to come over here, definitely need 20 this time. Let's see. She's going to have about the palest I can. There we go. I can give her because that's just how her skin tone usually works. So we're going to do this. And if it's Scooby-Doo just a bit, I can tweak it, but a lot of it's getting the colors where I want them. And then I have to, again, I may play with the opacity on any of these to give it a wash or more. And yes, this is, okay. You have to turn Dan's music to 20 and 30. Thank you. And is that Nick and Amanda? Yes. Because I had to move my thing to hear everything. There we go. Thank you. It's a sweet picture. Yes, this is actually, she's not watching my show because she rarely does. But because she work, not any discredit on my program. But she that's way too dark for my, there we go. I can't quite get my skin tone right, so I may have to, actually, you know what, I am going to undo this a little bit, and I'm going to add another multiply layer. I know this sounds odd, but because I'm having a little skin tone issue, to get the right tint and tone, I'm going to again play with the opacity. And yes, this is my, at least one of my Valentine's Day gifts for my wife. That if she catches me, cool. Oh, if not, that's okay too. Because I don't think she will. She doesn't usually. Oh, wrong layer. Over here. Go like this, like that. Come back up here to my skin layer. Because, like, I'm a fairly pale-looking guy, but when I put my hands next to hers, no matter what I do, they always look just a little dirty. They look a little worn out. And it just happens. But it's a hard tone to capture. So what I'm going to do here is I have it, and I'm going to just pull the opacity down just a bit. There we go. Now we got go back to we'll do clothing and hair is easier. She was rocking purple for a while there. Oh, that's looking like a normal layer. It should be a multiply layer. Yeah. So I'm going to put a purple base down, and then I may just gray it out a bit. Brown grayed out, we'll see. A lot of it depends on how the image looks when I get it how I want it. So let's try. Yeah, that'll have it. I'm going to have to do a few different tricks. I have a lot of layers to get this one right, which is fine because once I've done the layer tricks, it'll look good because I'll need a multiply layer for that. Actually, my hair's almost entirely this gray now, so I'll just keep it simple for me because, yeah, it's me. No biggie. I know how my hair works, unfortunately, very easily. Do that. Do that. This lighter gray right here, like that, and then that gray right there, like that. Throw some of the lighter gray in because the hair is splots. I'll use that, but there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, we got her shirt. Let's see. I'm trying to match. Yep, that's the right color. Here's a shirt very close to this color. Or she used to. We'll go with this. And yeah. I still have to pick the right magic card for her birthday. Not for her birthday, for Valentine's Day. See if I can get it here in time. Not because I didn't think about her, it's because I just realized when Valentine's Day was going and I had basically written off anything because just how I work. I'm working so hard on the convention, I forgot Valentine's Day was even going to be a thing. And our Valentine's Days don't tend to be that different from our usual days, which I take as a blessing. I have a very cool wife. She treats me well. She lets me be in a position where I can do things like host this program, take care of Xander, and do some other things. Now, I'm going to take just a bit of a break to straighten my neck out, and I'm going to run an ad for you guys. Let me see. Let me see. We will pause, and we will run an ad. Well, actually, I have to switch brands for a second to find my ads, which, sorry about that. We're still getting everything straightened out. I need a good ad, and then we'll come back to it. Actually, I think I need to run one of my longer ads. So I'll run Cindy's ad, and I'll be back in about minute 12. Did I run out of time? I bet I did. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Well, where were we? We got Mandy all drawn up, colored up pretty good. I'm just going to have to do cleanup on it. We'll do hop over to me. And we're back in the saddle again. But Cindy Koepp is an amazing person who does incredible work. She made my manatee, and I will never forget the coolness of finding that in my mailbox. I really need to bring him back in here, but he gets cuddled. I need to shrink this down because I'm crazy wild with those colors right now. But that's okay. I should be, like, accurate on how I dress. Is it painful? Yes. Is it bad fashion? Probably. Is it how I often dress? Spot on. And then we'll need that. Like so. See, I figure if I'm really brightly dressed when we go out, when I'm walking on the outside in the parking lot, the cars will see me. Sorry if it's taken longer than maybe you guys will like. It's just being one of those shows. But I only have one more I need to do after this. And let's see. I don't think I've ever found a crayon with my skin tone. Something called light caramel or desert sand. There, you might want to try the bigger. There's a new set of. I mean, it's like 20 or 30 skin tones. It's really impressive. And one size doesn't fit all. Well, rarely are they exact, but more choices than white. Exactly. And I might airbrush something to do a trick. And let's see. I got an email from Red Lobster saying to make Valentine's reservations now. We both dislike crowds, noise, and restaurants, so we went early. Now we have food for a couple dinners. Nice. And Nick, you're getting really good at controlling that coloring. I would not be able to stay in those lines. Oh, I can't either, but thank you for, improving. And no problem, Nick, just chilling. And Foxy and I are planning to go to our local Chinese place the day after New Year's. We would go on New Year's Day, but that is a work day. I understand. Oh, and there went my stylus to the ground. All righty. I need to do a little bit of cleanup here while I'm here. And there are still a good number of holidays to be addressed, but not as many as I would actually think. So, wrong color. Let's actually use the right tool. And we'll just edge that in. And what I'm doing is using the color grabber that is, I don't know if it's done native this way or if Luke set it up when when this was his. But it does work pretty well. Now, I need a color to just put here. And yes, I see the shirt things. We'll do this like so. And we'll go here. We'll do that because that's a board. We'll go mild orange over here because that's my stuff. We'll do probably as close to Tiffany blue as I can because that's Amanda's deck. And yes, I'm thinking about these things. I know it's silly. I'm a silly man. I think that's part of why she married me. I need to come over here and I need to grab that shade of green. I need it smaller. Still smaller. There we go. And I need a blue-gray, basically, that I can pop right there. Now, we're going to do this. I'm going to get my flashback. Just cut in the holidays and the gaps. No problem. Now we're going to do other tricks. We love other tricks, don't we? Actually, no, I need to clean up. Well, that was the wrong button. There we go. Oh, went too far with that one. There we go. Close enough. Certainly enough for government work. We're going to add another layer. Yet another multiply layer. I know you can do a lot with the other layers. I don't usually. Now I'm going to grab my fill. Come over here. Refer only to editing layer. Thank you. And red was the wrong color. So we're going to go a nice blue-gray. Is that a little dark? Yeah, perfect. That's perfect. Now, why did I do that? One, the slight gray is a lot easier on your eyes. Two, means I can do things like this. And I can play with the light. Makes all important parts suddenly pop. And yes, I said important parts and I went straight for her, not me. Guess that says a lot, but love makes you do the wacky, folks. Over here. Play with these hands. Now her whole hangout, because she is so pale, her skin's going to get almost fully exposed. So that's actually on another layer. We'll just use the eraser to make what I want to have the light shining down on it from above to have. We'll make things a bit easier. Oh, not too far into the white around it. There we go. Like so. Now we'll come over here and do basically the same thing to my silly self, even though I didn't quite get the hands right. I'm not going to fight myself on that. Sometimes you don't get the hands right. There we go. And we'll do this. Come right up here. We'll do this. That. That bit. Light there, little light there. Light doesn't always hit me, maybe like it should. We'll do that. And we'll come over here. We'll just use that to highlight. Oh, not too far again. All the better parts of these projects. Then we'll only have one more picture to do, and next week's images will be done, so I don't have to worry about that this weekend. Yeah, let's just do that. Because I've got enough shade there. Yeah, that does need to have that sense of flow to it. There, so my belly does shelf out a bit, so it catches the light. There we go. Now, what else do we want to do to this? Do I want to add any actual like outside lighting layer? Actually, yeah, let's do normal, blend mode, multiply. Get the fill. Yeah, that's gonna work. Do this all again. What? Nick, you just did this. Faith, have faith in me. Erase. Let's see, light source will be right about where that area is. Can you see that? Yeah, that is actually going to serve as my light source reference. So I can do that. Get that like that. And then I'm back and try this. Oh, no, that won't work like that. Erase. Wait, yeah, oh, it filled. It took, that's interesting. I must have made a mistake on my erase somehow. Yes, I did. Back to the erase. There we go. Now, do this. Boom. And I think we're getting somewhere. Not sure where, but we're getting there. And then we'll do one more layer. Actually, I can leave this one normal because I want to do my little framey trick because I like how that works. What color would I want that to be? Let's look at my wheel for a second. Because brown. We got one brown, and she's got red. There is a bit of green, so probably. Be an interesting color. What I'm trying to do is pick a middle color. You'll see. We'll just do this just about like that. Grab an eraser. Could I do that on a layer behind things? Yes. Do I always forget that I could do that? Yes. Am I going to forget that I could do that next time? Yes. At least I'm consistent, guys. But what's funny is even if I left the streak of green in the hair, it would make sense because anytime I wear wireframe glasses, they eventually start to turn my hair green. Whoops, I need to undo that because I got a little out of hand. There we go. Barely though. That and then my jump. Oh, not too far again. There we go. Good control. Now this looks pretty up. Dang it. I said good control, so I had to scold myself, you know. Thou shalt not have an ego. There we go. I think that looks good. And wow, 9 layers. Look at me. That's a lot of layers for me. And we'll come here. We will go here. Grab my Zero pen. Grab my black. Sign it way down here. I'm sure somebody who studied penmanship is definitely interesting in that. I'm sorry, I've lost a great many of the comments, and I forgot to turn the music on because I got back into the zone. So what I will do is actually run a quick commercial for Thesis, and then I'll get that.
Welcome, friends. I'm Bladed Thesis, and this is my tea house. Come join me every other Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time as we discuss Chinese culture, history, philosophy, and of course, martial arts. You can find me at youtube.com/BLADEDTH3SIS. Pull up a chair, grab a cup of tea, or the drink of your choice, and join the discussion.
And all I've done in the time that was running was start typing to make a save for that. I'm going to come over here. Where did I place that? Oh, because I'm back in Nevermind the Furthermore. We'll get things fixed. I'm just shifting between the things. Go that. This. Oh no. Export the time lapse. It's not perfect, but it's good. Oh, my head itches. Art. Time lapse. Senator, will you please make sure that Stuart has food? Thank you. Stuart has a pretty bad stomachache situation going on. So he is in quarantine until we can get him to the vet. And, there we go. Now, we'll come over here. Got to figure out where I'm going to put Nevermind the Furthermore, but yep. Nevermind the Furthermore. Put that up there because I think that's going to balance well. And we will export that as a single layer ping. NTF 21424. Okay. Now, friends, let's change things up a bit. We need, let me see. I'm going here. It says highly energetic electric boogie. Electric particles boogie. We'll see if that doesn't just give us a little bit more energy. Thank you to the 6 folks who are still sticking around. But let's go. What should I, let's see, we got 4. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Chinese place sounds fun. Well, that was neat, Nick. Thank you. So good. Sometimes we need. Oh, sorry. I was counseling someone over PM. That happens sometimes. I worked in mental health field for over 20 years. I try to stay out of it for my own mental health, but the needs of my friends drive me back. While your services are greatly appreciated, please don't light yourself on fire to keep other people warm, Carl. A friend who's a therapist. Sometimes you'll just talk to her. Always does, doesn't it? That's me on cover art, slathering on the layers, but I have to name them all because I know a certain author will want changes. I understand that. I would not lose patience with my mental health clients, but I once swapped over to IT. I had no patience with the counselors who kept breaking stuff. Oh, I'm sure won't. Well, dealing with people is different than in need is different than dealing with people who are dumb. Looks great, and amen, Foxy. Alrighty, we need to cut loose. Come on. Oh, cut loose from the news. Let's see. Well, we'll come here. Come here. We're here. Sometimes I just need to play a bit and see where the image takes me. Oh yeah, I'm just rocking this one. We're going straight in. Feeling I'm going to have to I don't know if I can get this big 80s hair going like I'd like to, but we'll see. Yeah, I think I know what I'm doing here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go. I know I'm going to have to work on that hand. But do this. Have that like that. Definitely big hair. Other shoulders tied up in that, so that means arm, shoulder. Maybe? No. Shoulder. There we go. Gotta get the energy right. There we go. The dress up. And because it's Friday, we'll have a short singer lady going off. I may play with her hair. Yoink, yoink. And put her right here. Say okay. Reselect. Back to my pen. Bum bum ba da 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 da. Like so many of the guys do. Get out of here. Bring me some money too. Why don't you do that? Like so many other guys. It's been a long time since I've tried to draw this place, but I don't think I've ever tried to draw it from this angle, so that's kind of cool. Get it out of here. Give me some money too. Bow, bow, bow. She can't help it, she's just drawn that way. Okay, now the table's out. Put the sidebar. And again, just locking. This is the blues. We don't have to we don't have to always be consistent. Gotta draw sound. I don't know why the bartender. I mean, okay, he's a little. I'm gonna have to play with the position of the bar and pull that down a bit, but that's fine. I can play with the position of any of this stuff. It's my stuff. Got arm fingers. If you're at a sleazy speakeasy that no one can usually find, might not even know if it exists, and you don't have a kind of overweight but way too strong looking bartender named Sam, are you actually at such a place? So I'm working on the, because I have a slight angle going. What I want the viewer to feel like they are at the chair. Watching the lady sing. I think this will be a good Friday image. It's I'm still roughing it in, and that's the thing. Blues, the blues layer. The blues. Well, there's blues here too, but the blues layer is to feel free. And I could see where you saw the praying mantis in her. I'm going to have a lot of work. This may take me a while, but it's forcing me to work on a few things I have been neglecting. So I'm going to do that. Else, I'll figure out how I want to draw the bottles later, if I want to bother drawing the bottles. But I'm almost in full Julia mode. This is okay. I think I have enough notes to figure out how I want to do stuff. Man, the lighting on this one's going to be an absolute thing. Put a double curtain in so that she can cut out before the outer curtain drops. Been a long time since I've been on stage, too. But I think I'll remember enough of this picture. Damn, but Dr. Beckett is just trying to get home. Well, maybe the next jump will be the one that finally takes him home. Alrighty, so we'll add a layer. Whew, this is going to be a tricky one. I was not gentle with myself. And before I go inking, I want to run another ad real quick, and it's totally not me covering up so I can shout out, make sure my son's doing all right. But, and I'm on art time with Nick, so I have to go Nevermind the Furthermore for a moment to run the ad. Well, you know what? Carl has been really cool about chatting, so let's find ourselves the Mad Gas Rat. See you in about a minute 5. Alrighty, I've switched over to black. I've made my announcements. Let me zoom in on the face space. Wow, really zoom in here, Nick. Yes, I'm to the point where it pixelates. I'm okay with that. Yeah. Styles works better if you use the proper end of it. Want a little bit more control. Because she's got to have a very distinctive look. She's got to have that. Side eye. Again, trying to keep my inspiration on the original classic of all the Flirt singers. Miss Rita Hayworth. So I'm definitely going to be changing my hair quite a bit. And I might be giving this picture a higher res redraw later. I am kind of limited in my options. She's still a little animified, but that's okay. Most of my artwork is a little animified. We'll actually give her some cheekbones. Let's. Ooh, my stomach is telling me that I am very hungry right now. I am sadly completely okay with that because I want to get this picture done. Maybe I made her eyes too big. We'll see. Now let's pan out just a bit. Yeah, we're getting there now. We need much more control. Now that I understand what this picture is going to be. And at first I thought I was going more 80s art punk, but when I realized where I was going with this, I could just cut loose and have a little fun. Just a little fun. We'll just go here. I'm trying to force myself to draw things I'm not quite as comfortable at. At angles I am not quite as comfortable with. So in the short term, my stuff won't quite be as quote unquote good because I am still adjusting, but in the long term I'll have more creativity, more freedom to draw what I want. That definitely needs to be black. Now we'll come down here like so. Just a bit more of that. Like so. She's stretched, so it should really be something more. That not quite right, but will do for the purpose of this. For now, I would reserve the right to change it. Go. Ah, my garbage is being picked up. Let's undo. Made a mistake. There we go. Not much of this is closed up like it should be, but Parts that are. You can't see her other leg because you wouldn't see her other leg. Come back here real quick. Do that. Do that. I want to keep this a little more close than it looks. Nope. Got the wrong color because I picked up the blue. Thicken that a bit. Do that to just break the line up. There we go. We are almost done there with her. Now let me check the comments real quick. I appreciate the 4 viewers sticking around while I finish this. Let's see. On the phone. You need Ziggy somewhere on the picture. Aw, thanks. Need to work on Death Love. Need to find some appropriately creepy spy music. That will be a challenge, because good spy music, it's hard to find. Let's pan out. Okay, this is starting to get the Peter Gunn vibe. I can work with that. Yes, I have the viewing preferences of somebody at least 20 years my senior, likely more. Most people these days don't even know who Peter Gunn is, and even if they did, they probably wouldn't know that.
How much stuff?
Okay, 1 second, son. That the theme song is very famous. That little door that leads back. I need to run a brief commercial to help my son with something, and then we'll get back to the inking. Who needs a good commercial? I'm going through my ads real quick. Here we go.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santa-Stein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
And I just realized that I didn't hit the time lapse on this one, so I just hit it. I apologize. I need a larger one. There we go. She needs to be delicate, but the background doesn't. Boy, am I going to have fun with the ghost lights. Trying to get the lighting on this picture right, but we will figure it out. We are. Put this line down with the edge. This line down all the way to the edge. I'm going to knock out these geometric shapes very quickly. And this is why it's important, guys, to study your basic shapes. Because a lot of things that you might want to draw are just that, basic shapes. 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional. And then you just do what you can. Don't get too caught up in whether your art is working or not, because I will tell you a terrible secret. All art is a lie. When you're doing this kind of art, it is a lie. and you're just making lines trick people into thinking there's something else. Let's see. You know, I don't think I've ever seen Peter Gunn, but I love the theme. You really should watch Peter Gunn. It's a lot of fun if you like, old school hard-boiled detectives, grit, and then jazzy tort singers. Yay! Sean Sullivan may be released from the hospital tonight. That's good news. Who is? I don't know who that is, or I'm not sure who that is, but I'm glad for it. That's not our Iron Man, is it? Wow, I don't really know anything about that, so I will let them wade in. Some of this motor out here to make sure it actually saying to do that. I got lost in things that were in the blues, but I need to undo that. No, I'm going to erase that. There we go. Get a batter line. Get a batter line. There we go. That's too excessive. Okay, we'll come back here. And I'm going to come back here. Let's see if I can do this. Well, I like that. I like that a lot. I think I'm definitely leaving this one black and white, though. In part because of the time, but mostly because I think... Oh, we'll see. We will see. Let me see if I can do this real quick. There we go. Tempted to make the dress black? Well, let's find out. Oh, that was the right call. That was the right call. I just need an eraser. I need a very small eraser. There we are. Now we're getting somewhere. From here, some black. We'll put some floorboards in, just for detailing. And back here to our buddy Sam. This mustache. I'm trying very hard not to mess with him because he's this almost Tom Hardy vibe, and I frankly love it. I know that the singer is who people would come for, and people who will talk about with this picture. But dang, if I just don't like Sam, there's something about this strange little bartender. He's got a rag. He's washing this up. I'll just give him this little shoulder. There we go. I am really actually barreling along with this. We'll just do this. That like that. Over here. Get right here. Something like that. Fill. No, I can't fill that thing in. This pen here. Need to make sure that this shape is blocked. No! I'm getting a little shaky, so I'm going to have to wrap this up soon because my hand's not going to let me. Okay, there we go. We got the black door. And we need a line here to go here to go here to go here. This line's going to carry right. That was terrible. Oof. That's a little better. Have to add the swoosh or it won't work. Sometimes. Okay. Now, we're going to play with our fill tool a little bit more because. Go. Oh, okay. Undo that, but only barely. That was close. Okay, so I need the pen back. I need to fix this guy quite a bit. I need to zip right there to fix that. Do that while I'm here. I think I have now closed the gaps. So if I go, yep. And then we can come here, back to the pen. And go right across like this. Keep it subtle. Flip line so we can tell that everything was bricked. Now we'll just add some bottles. Bottle. Forcing me to do perspective lines is cruel. My suffering is endless. And without reprieve, the things I do for you guys. And let's see. What? Oh, thanks. Nick, go eat. I will. Me too. It was weird to hear his voice sober for a thing. Well, that brings to mind how much drinking can change a person if it takes control. Absolutely. That's a big part of why I don't drink. I don't judge you guys if you do, as long as you can handle it. If you can't, I'll ask you the question. How you answer the question will tell me a lot about your situation. But, that's enough. Yeah, I've started to lose hand control. This is the part where I confess that I had a rather severe problem night before last. And I did not get my nerve pain meds. And if I miss them, it takes me several days of regular to have the pain go away. So today I have not been exactly in the happiest of physicalities. So let's hide this. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, come here, add one more. Multiply. Now. Whew, standard gray. Actually, yeah, what we'll do is we'll use the eraser. It'll be easier. Come back to our fill tool. Only editing layer. Yep. Do that. That's fine. Because she is definitely this. Then we're going to come here. Let's go right there. Right here. A big one. This. Back here. There we are. Now we'll come back over here. We'll light up our man, but he is lit solely from above. Just lighting on the other side of these bulbs. With that, I need it very narrow so I can go. Now, we're almost ready. And then I will call it. Okay. You guys have a good one, Carl. Don't worry. And yeah, I'm almost done with this last image. I'm going to go add another layer, multiply, and we're going to go a darker shade of pale. We're just going to go. Here, around here, and here. Oops. Here like that. And then edge, here, here, here. I've done this right. Let's see if I did that right. Not even, well, close. Close. The line was broken somehow. That's a little odd. Okay, we'll do it manually. Like this. And get a big old paintbrush so I could just. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired. And since I'm getting tired, mistakes are happening. That happens, but only a bit. It's only tolerate so many shenanigans out of myself before I get annoyed. Really dark for this because this is the table that you're sitting at. And we're gonna go under there. With that. I'll give it that very loose, painterly drawing mode that I like. There we go. I think that's a good picture. I don't know about you, but I think that's a good picture. I'm going to sign this bad boy. I'm proud of it. I put a lot of effort into this. Where am I signing it? Hold on. Where am I signing this picture? That's tricky. Actually, no, I'm going to sign it right over the table where it's there, but not terribly obvious. There, so it's obvious it's more. Nice. Okay, guys, I hope you like that. Hope that's entertaining for you. It's been a kind of quiet one. Just a little touch up. Oh, that's not the back. There we go. Just a hint of the seam. And I'm going to give her one of those little black. There we go. That needed that. Darken out this. Darken out this. What else happened there? Yes, I mean, being extra perfectionist. It happens some days. Is it wobbly? Yes. Am I a little shaky in my execution on some of it? Absolutely. But does it rock? I think so. Okay, so file, save as Sam's Speakeasy. Sam's Speakeasy, that works. Oh, I have to click here because I'm on the wrong screen. We're going to export this as a ping. We will export the majority of the time lapse that I have, which is okay. Sam's Speakeasy. Actually, we'll do it like this. Inking, Sam's Speakeasy, art. Now, I do remind you guys that I actually have a whole playlist. Okay, now, I just have to add Nevermind the Furthermore somewhere here. And we will call it a day. Close to legible. How's that? Just nope, the only place I can put it where it's legible, like right above her head. And that tangents everywhere. Oh, this is so annoying. There we go. There we go. That'll have to do. File, save, I'll export single layer PNG to 1624. I forgot the NTF. Jeez, I am tired. All right, guys, I am super tired and I need to eat, so we're saving that. Everything's set up to preview. It's been a 3-hour show. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me close that out. And we'll just go here. And we will go... Save. 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 I'll leave the lettering because I can always take it out if I want to do something with it. Close that up. All right, guys. It's been a busy week. We've got a lot on our plates. So I'm thinking we're just going to call it here. Have a wonderful day. Keep drawing, keep writing, keep creating. Because in the end, if you make something, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. So I will see you all Friday for the next episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. I love you, and you should too. Toodles.